Hi everyone. So I apologize that I couldn't do the art therapy session today because I was traveling from to the Isle of Wight after spending a couple of weeks with my parents, and basically I'm ready to stop hiding the truth. Not even hiding. I'm just done putting up with more of an innocent in this terms of manipulation. So first of all, I went back because I felt sorry for them, because my sister cut off contact with all of us a couple of years ago because because she couldn't deal with my mother's manipulation and my father's tendency to just go along with whatever crap my mother pulls. And I'm also done trying to help those that don't help me. So in case any of my extended family members are watching, I heard that you commented something like, oh, you should look to your own family first after seeing some of my Facebook posts, etc. I mean, do whatever you want to do, but this is the truth, because I know my parents have been lying to at least some of you, that I am working as a foundation doctor, because they're too ashamed to tell people that I never wanted to be a doctor. They're still not willing to face that. And I take full accountability and say that I didn't want to be a doctor, but I went along. I did what I did because of the fact that my mother wouldn't let it go. She was constantly emotionally abusing me, verbally attacking me, and I understand that a lot of that was fear talking, because she was afraid that if I wasn't a doctor, I wouldn't have a job, that, I wouldn't be financially stable, and she didn't want me to go through an experience where I would be dependent on someone else for my living. And I respected that, and I forgave her for all the trouble she caused, but she is still not willing to take any accountability, and she still thinks it's okay to treat me like absolute shit. And today we just had a video call, not video call, a group conversation. So I just spoke to my parents, and we were talking about my decision, and they basically, my dad was trying to make me I think he doesn't understand why I did what I did, and I was trying to explain it to him, because obviously my mother would have put in her version of events where she's absolutely spotless in the whole matter, and my dad was like, well, we don't understand why you did what you did. And I was like, okay, well, do you really want the truth? No. And then I said, I wanted to be my own boss. I just wanted to have control of my life. I'm neurodivergent. I can't do a 9-to-5 job. I can't be in a position where I'm under someone else's orders. I need to be able, I go through I go through depression where I can't wake up in the morning, and I don't want to be in a position like that with patients depending on me, and me not being, how can I help someone when I'm not even taking care of my own mental health? And this is the question I asked them. And my dad was like, well, if that's the problem, well, there are things that are in place. And I said, well, that's not the only reason. The reason is I never wanted to be a doctor. And, I want to be my own boss. And he was like, well, when have we ever shackled you, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, do you really want me to answer that? And he said, yes, I do. And I was like, okay, well, when I finished my degree in English, language and literature at King's College London, my mum told me, oh, you should apply for medicine now. And I told her, well, I'm not sure that's what I want. I don't want to be a doctor. Like, this is not what I want to do. And she basically verbally attacked me and said, oh, well, you sit and hug your inner demons then. And I was so tired of the constant emotional attack and the manipulation and her nastiness, genuine nastiness, and her saying, oh, your arrogance on legs or whatever, that I just thought, you know what, if it will shut her up, fine, I'll be a doctor. So that is the reason. And they're still not willing to take any accountability. When I've taken accountability, they're still acting like two little kids. And my father seriously needs to wake up to how manipulative my mother is, and the fact that she never tells the truth. And she manipulates, and that's why my sisters cut off contact. And the funny thing is, we were at an event yesterday with other Malayali people, and they you know, whenever people they ask me, oh, are you what are you doing now, are you working? And I said, no, I finished medical school, but I decided to start an arts and crafts business. And you know, one person asked me, well, what, you know, after your mother came and looked after you, how can you do that? And I just basically just reacted, and it wasn't even at him, it was at that manipulation again. And probably he wasn't trying to manipulate me, but I was just tired. I was like, am I supposed to live I didn't ask my mother to leave her job and come take care of me. I actually begged her, don't, because I knew that she would use that as an emotional blackmail tool. The whole time that she lived with me, she followed me to Rome. She left her job in India and followed me to Rome, and I said, please don't come, because I knew that if I ever did anything that she didn't want me to do, it would be, oh, I've come and I've left my job for you, and this is what you've done to me. She did that today. She said the same thing today. She's like, after all I've done for you, thank you very much. And I cut the call. I was like, nope, I'm not taking it anymore. If you can't take accountability, I'm not gonna take it anymore. So I cut the call. And then my dad's messaging me saying, oh, did the call cut accidentally? And I said, no. I said, I've had enough. I said, shut the hell up. And I put the phone down, and he's pretending like it's an accident. And he's also pretending that he doesn't know about the sexual abuse. He's acting like I am making it all up. He's acting like I went through psychosis. He wants me to believe that I went through psychosis because he doesn't want to admit to what he did. This is why, and people like me, people who are different, people who are the black sheep, we turn to drugs, we turn to alcohol, and then we're blamed for that. We're blamed. I'm pretty sure my sister's dealing with a lot of the similar issues that I am. I'm a bit scared to reach out to her at this point. I'm sure she's scared. I don't want to traumatize her again, because what happened with us last time, things really went badly. Because she said I was delusional. Because when I said that when I told her that I think my dad did this to me. And she initially pretended or said she believed me. And then she said I was delusional. I can't go through that again. That's why I'm not contacting her. But I'm worried about her. And I'm just happy that her husband, my brother-in-law, he's aware of all of this. And I'm happy that he has her to support her. And I hope she's happy. But I'm so done with trying to help people. To help the people who left me behind. Who put themselves first. And the funny thing is, that's what I was trying to say yesterday. After all this, they were like, they're pretending to my family that my sister is, you know, oh, my sister is better than me because at least she's a consultant, she's a doctor, she did her full specialization. And not one word about the fact that she has cut off contact entirely. She doesn't even visit them. I made sure to visit them even though I've moved away to the Isle of Wight. She lives an hour away from them and she doesn't visit them. But she's the better daughter. And that's classic narcissism. If you want to see triangulation, there we go. That is classic.